California's indoor mask mandate is ending in just minutes. Once the clock strikes midnight, the state's mask requirement will expire for those who are vaccinated. And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Warren Armstrong.
And I'm Margo Kim. California health leaders say the mask mandate ends as COVID cases continue to drop across the state. As of tonight, the COVID-19 positivity rate stands at 6% statewide. But in Fresno County, the rate is almost triple that at 17%. The indoor mask mandate is ending for vaccinated Californians, but the requirement is still in effect for the unvaccinated and all school children. The state will reassess mask requirements for kindergarten through 12th grade students on February 28th.
No matter how you feel about kids being required to wear masks at school, throughout the pandemic, there have been questions about how the mask will psychologically impact children. The pandemic has taken a mental toll on many, but health experts say there could be more challenges for young children in critical developmental periods.
Action News reporter Nick Garcia took these questions to an expert in the field and joins us live from downtown Fresno to explain why it could be years before we know the true impacts of covering young faces. Nick?
Right, we spoke with Dr. Susan Napolitano, who's been a psychologist for more than 30 years. Now, our interview was not about how she feels about mask mandates, but rather her knowledge of psychology and the latest research into how things like masks can impact child development.
Do what you got to do. The masks, I think, need to happen.
Mask requirements at school. It's a debate dividing parents all over the country.
They're literally being trapped in a mask.
But how are masks impacting children psychologically? Dr. Susan Napolitano says it's still too early to tell.
The verdict is not going to be out for quite some time.
Napolitano is a psychologist with more than 30 years of experience. She spent many of those years focusing on children and families. She says the severity of the impacts will come down to age and development.
I don't have any reason to believe that this is going to have serious long-term effects for children 5 and older.
Once masks come off, older kids will be able to catch up to where they should be socially with relative ease. She says she's more concerned about children younger than 5.
Not only will masks interfere with a child's ability to read the facial expressions of another, it's going to interfere with another's ability to read the facial experiences of the young child.
Dr. Napolitano says that's why it's important for children under the age of 5 to get more face-to-face time at home. Parents should also realize some of the issues surrounding social and psychological development are more deep-rooted than masks.
There's no reason to think that the mask problem is any more significant than the phone problem in terms of robbing children from that ability to have face-to-face interactions with human people while listening to their actual live voice.
Beyond the rules surrounding masks, there are also concerns about children, especially teens, who may be dealing with insecurities.
On the other side of the spectrum, we're going to have some children who start to feel more comfortable in a mask because they feel a need to hide.
Napolitano says parents should pay attention to if their child is expressing behavior like that and find ways to help them build up confidence.
It's also important to note that health experts do stress that wearing a mask does significantly reduce the spread of COVID-19, and that's not something that Dr. Napolitano was refuting. She does say, though, it will be at least 5 years before we really know how this pandemic has impacted both children and adults psychologically. For now, live in downtown Fresno, I'm Nick Garcia, ABC 30 Action News.
Thank you for watching. For more videos like this from ABC 30, just make sure to hit that subscribe button below.